Hey, it's time for Planet Watch. Today we are discussing Pisces 22 with Mary Jane. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, Christy. Hello, all of you planet watchers. Glad you're back.
Yeah, so what do we have coming up in Pisces?
Well, a lot of really nice things. Actually, I think it's going to be a very good month. First of all, it's going to be just so wonderful to get out of this crunch of Saturn and Uranus, these planets that have been totally on stage, virtually all alone, these last 2 months, and fighting with each other the whole time, are going to be settling down. Now we can get communications. You can get your computers fixed. You can get your cameras working again. You can get communications rolling again on all kinds of levels and technical levels, electrical levels as well. So this is the time when you can finally do the repairs around the house, and you won't have things blowing fuses and stuff like that. That's been going on very concentrated fashion for the last few weeks. Anyway, that's the good news. So we're sliding into a nice watery sign. Pisces, again, a water sign, very much involved in our emotions, very much involved in taking in our feelings, taking in our sensory givens, and learning a lot through our emotional responses to them finally. So we're in a water sign and very emotional sign, very sensitive sign. But there are some very nice things going on accompanying all this, and I think we're going to have a good time, basically a
Good.
good time. There are some big themes that we have to look at. First of all, this is going to give us the overlying sense of this month that's coming up. The major big theme is this square Saturn Uranus that's finally dissipating. We're going to get over, as I said, the end of our technical problems, the end of a lot of communications problems are slowly but surely going to just peter out. And this is the big news, I think, the best news going on this month. The other important thing going on is the I want to say the amelioration, the betterment of our situation with this COVID disease. I think we're getting near to the end. Uh, we still, this square to from the black moon to Neptune is going to require a bit of vigilance still, but the basic problem of the infection is slowly getting out of the way as well. And I think we're looking at the end of the major crisis.
Good.
Yes, this is an excellent tendency already now, and through the month, we're looking at some very nice aspects between Saturn and Neptune, between Aegea, our friend, the little asteroid that seems to be in charge of our health issues, and these planets are lining up in a much more cooperative vein, and a much better way to let us get over. The importance of Jupiter in here too is to let medicine do its course, run its course. Finally, we're going to be seeing the end of the shocking infections that have been going on.
Good. And hopefully the
So,
end of the protests about all of this.
yeah,
Yeah,
as well. Well,
right.
as soon as the crisis is over, people are going to see that, yes, if they're not already sick, that they finally will be probably less threatened by the disease, and slowly but surely this will this will temper out too, I think.
Mhm.
It should be good. Another major move, I think, well, we still have this delightful, absolutely delicious Venus-Mars conjunction going on all through the month and clear up until the 5th of April. So this is a time when the sexes are going to be getting involved, emotions are going to be running high. This initially is happening in Capricorn. We saw last month the importance of making new and solid bonds in Capricorn. Things take a very serious vein. We're not playing around. playing around, starting up as Venus and Mars are going to be changing signs a little later. They're going into Aquarius on the 7th of March. So this is a time when, all right, the feelings change. There's more of a sense of adventure. There's more of a sense of living new relationships, new ways of communicating romantically and in other very emotional situations. So that's going to be an interesting development of this conjunction that's still going on very strongly. It should be fun too. New starts on all kinds of levels. Venus and Mars is also a new start, and in Aquarius is important in artistic ventures, in communications, but also writing, publishing, artistic painting ventures, and so on. Anything that's involving some new techniques, a new way of looking, a new way of expressing oneself. Venus and Mars are about expression as well. So we're going to see some new starts in for artistic people out there in all kinds of ventures. In fact, the accent seems to be on new adventure, new starts.
Oh,
That
that's
should be
wonderful.
fun.
Well, I have
Yeah.
to say, I wrote a chapter in a book called The Gap, The Body Mind Connection, and it's
Mm.
publishing March 1st. So
All right, we're
it's
right on
great
schedule. This is
timing.
fantastic. Yeah, and the subject matter is already something that's a
Hmm.
very Aquarian, forward-looking, forward-going. So
Hmm.
yeah, I wish you every good luck with that too. Keep plugging it and put it out there. Sounds great. This connection early in Pisces from the 18th to the 22nd of February, actually. Um, as Venus and Mars are in a lovely trine with Uranus, with the planet that's in charge of changes and growth and forward-looking experiences, um, is hooked up too with a square to our friend Eris. Eris, the asteroid that seems to have a lot to do about the women's condition. So I'm thinking that in these new adventures, these new love affairs, these new friendships, they seem to be based on new rules being set by women, and it's important for women to be calling the shots in these new relationships. Use this expansion to enhance your position as a woman and insist on being respected, insist on being well taken care of, well considered. That's going to be important through this, especially later in February and through March. The other main, there's another interesting connection going on with Pluto, in fact, having to do with women's education. I think this is a time when we're going to be seeing in Afghanistan, for instance, in Taliban-run countries, Syria, we're going to see that the girls' schools are in fact going to be opening up. There are going to be new rules allowed in that department. And for the rest of us that are already living in a fairly liberated situation, it's going to be an important time for new career moves. If you want to take up some ongoing education, start a new place in your career life, this is a very interesting time to be doing exactly that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's exciting too, I think. So those are the major themes that we're going to be running into all through the month.
Hmm.
They're very nice, as I say. I think
Very
this is going
nice.
to be really a very good time for us, and we'll be feeling this spring energy. The sap is rising, and we're all getting ready to sort of break out and bloom, and that seems to be what the theme is here through Pisces. So I like it.
Wonderful.
We're
Yeah.
getting off to a running, we're getting off to a running start, kind of I want to say a hopping start on Tuesday, the 22nd of February, when we're going to see some some layovers of the problems that were existing in communication at that time. The moon is making a little trouble with Mercury and Uranus. So be careful putting things in the mail. Be careful sending and receiving packages and information as well of all kinds. And this is going on especially Tuesday. There's a lot of help. It's not to worry about, but on the technical side of uh, ensuring your packages and so on, making sure that your communications are passing. This kind of news has to be taken care of. That's on Tuesday, the 22nd. After that, actually, we get into a nice opening again, toward Sunday, the 27th. This is a time when the moon is going over Pluto and over Venus and over Mars. Is making lovely aspects with Neptune and with Cedra. So it's an interesting time to be going out to dinner, talking about your relationships, picking up on Sunday relaxation time, having fun together, enjoying company, probably new company, but that's great. And you can be feeling more secure in these new relationships. This is a lovely Sunday, lovely way to spend Sunday, the 27th.
Nice.
Yeah, some difficulty in communication and a breakdown of systems, all kinds of communication systems on Monday, the 28th. This is the sort of black hole in the middle of this ongoing, finally, in amelioration of our situation, communication wise. But the Monday 28th looks a little bit more doubtful. Don't throw your computer out the window totally, because you can get everything working again on Wednesday, the 2nd of March,
Good to know.
which is going to be, yeah, a very good time to be making travel plans, to be making school plans if you have in mind, again, re-education or topping up some new skills. This is a very interesting time. This is the new moon at 12 degrees in Pisces. And it's an excellent time to take off. You know, with the new moons, we find a new impetus, a new interest in exercise, a new interest in getting things off the ground. So this is a wonderful time to be confirming new projects. You'll be having to look for proper authorization. Be sure you're filling out all the papers, getting involved with all the higher ups who have to confirm your possibilities. This is a little hang up with Pluto, but it shouldn't be important for us. Just do the homework and dot all the I's and cross all the T's. Make sure that your applications are in order. And then you can go ahead with these new promotions. Also, if you're looking to change your place in your job or ask for that pay rise, why this is the great time to be doing exactly that. The first part of actually the Wednesday, the 2nd of Mars, is the new moon.
Wonderful.
Excellent time to be working on this. Wednesday the 3rd, with a Thursday the 3rd of March, is a little bit, I want to say you have to be careful what you're wishing for. Be sure the message is passing with with your boss, that you've been asking for a raise and so on, or a new position. Be sure this is where you're going to fit, where you're going to really be able to shine. There seems to be a little doubt with the square to the black moon of when the moon itself is passing over Neptune. This is always a time of kind of fuzzy thinking. So you have to be careful what you're wishing for, essentially,
Sure.
is what it comes to that. A lot of help coming, and you can ask the human resources person if you're in the right slot. Get help if you're looking to be changing jobs or whatever. Ask the experts; they're there to help you. But yeah, you want to keep your thinking concentrated.
Sure.
The Monday, the 7th of March, is another sort of excitable time. The moon is going over Uranus. It's at the same time, basically, that Venus and Mars are entering into Uranus's sign of Aquarius. So it's a time when you're going, well, this feels good, but I bet there's grass is greener somewhere else. And it's sort of a time for adventure, to be breaking out of a mold, starting something new relationships, certainly, and new ways of looking at the old relationships seem to go hand in hand with this period. And that's from the passage of the moon on the 7th of March.
Sure.
That looks like fun, actually.
That
Fresh, very fresh.
was a good night.
Again, be kind of careful what you're wishing for, but the idea is that we're breaking out of molds, essentially,
Right.
with the passage of Uranus, of these planets in Aquarius. It's time to break out those your paintbrushes and all your pencils that have been tucked away in a corner somewhere, and get over the feeling that everything's been said, everything's been done. It's your time now to express yourself. Artistically, financially, economically, in your business sense, whatever you're doing, in your relationships, certainly. So that can be an exciting time, and I think the passage of this conjunction, Venus Mars conjunction, that are in tight conjunction until the 5th of April. So we've got time to spread out. You've got lots of time to go buy that extra drawing paper and get your easel set up and get busy.
Sure.
Just get busy.
Sure.
Same is true on a physical level too. And on, I think this is a wonderful time to be doing mental exercises of all kinds, meditation, important within Aquarius, to get back to the mental and the high mental. This is on a very high vibration. So again, it's a great time to be doing your mental exercises, all kinds of exercise with that in mind. Get back to music. Music in Pisces, that's the name of the game, actually, and is very active as a theme in our lives during Pisces. So this is a time for new impetus, new inspiration on all levels.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it does feel good. Wednesday, the same is true on Wednesday, the 9th of March, when the moon is going over Ceres. Now, Ceres at the same time is making a lovely aspect to Venus and Mars. And so Ceres always brings in sort of well, several things. You can be taking on apprentices or becoming an apprentice,
Mhm.
and using that type of relationship, that type of discipleship, as an extension of your artistic mode, your working mode, whatever Venus and Mars are doing for you at the time. But Ceres is interesting because it brings in a sort of technical aspect, and this notion of bringing in help, bringing in, again, the sense of a discipleship or taking on the role of a student. Sunday, the 13th of March, the sun is going over Neptune. Neptune is that's been camping in Pisces for these many years. In fact, well, now it's time for the sun to go visit that Neptune, and at the same time this is happening, it's making a square again uh, to the black moon. The message here is uh, see where you want to go. Sometimes the passage of the sun over Neptune, or Neptune over the sun, as it happens in birth uh, birth charts.
That's
It's a time of the eclipse of the personality. We're not sure where we are. We're not sure who we are. This is a time when you can feel, especially with a square from the black moon, what is happening to me? What is happening to me? And where am I going in this? It can be a sort of a strange weekend through there, where you're wondering, in fact, just just what's going on and what closet you're climbing around in at any given time. there's help on the way, but that weekend of the 12th, 13th March can feel a little uncomfortable for, especially for Pisces births. I'm thinking could be a little awkward, and anyone who's feeling otherwise depressed or in self-doubt, this could be a difficult time. We'll get through it. We'll get through it with the full moon on the 17th and 18th. That looks delightful. This is happening on 27 degrees in Pisces. Full moon that has a lovely aspect with Pluto.
Hmm.
Again, Pluto that's bringing us into uh, rebuilding ourselves, restructuring ourselves. Pluto is taking on energy and power. So we can use this full moon to get in touch with our Plutonian sense of worth, of importance.
Hmm.
Also, it's still in contact with Neptune and with a lovely aspect, lovely help coming from Jupiter. So as we get past this self-doubt, you'll become more and more apt to get in a mood to create, to build, to feel self-assured again. And we'll definitely build on that. Those are the real highlights. The sun will be going into Aries then on typically the 21st of March, something like that. So until then, we've certainly got a lot on our plates, but a lot of really good things going on too. And the accent, I think, is on uh, building our emotional side, using the emotional energy, emotional intelligence. I really think about the importance of taking in messages on an emotional level, which is totally equal to, if not stronger than, the mental intelligence on which we tend to count here in the Western Hemisphere anyway.
Yeah,
So it's a
absolutely.
time to plug into your dreams, plug into your waking dreams, to your meditations, to your visualizations. Pisces is meant for that. And this Neptune is very, very busy sending out messages to us if we know how to pick them up.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, yeah. Sounds like a great month shaping up. And
Yeah, really, I'm thinking so. I think we're going to have a good time and learn a lot about ourselves and through others,
what's the name of the
through
game?
our relationships. Isn't this always the case, huh? Finally.
Mhm. Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. And so we've got a lot to look forward to and a lot of growth and intuition and dreams and imagination coming up as well. Communication, spotty at times, but it's kind of
Yeah,
par for the course.
we're over the hump, at least technically speaking.
Right.
We won't be totally involved in tossing our computers out the window and being on the phone with, the computer guy all the time, which should be over that hump anyway.
Oh, that's good to know. That is really good to know. Fantastic. And of course, this is a global report to get a sense of how these things play for each and every person. It's essential to
Certainly.
get a chart done. So I'll have a
Really
link.
see how well
Yeah.
each of us can pick up on these energies and use them. They're there for us. And we're supposed to be profiting from these movements, involving ourselves in these cycles. It's oh so much more comfortable than fighting against them.
No, absolutely. Yeah. So there will be a link in the description to sign up to get your own natal chart with Mary Jane.
Right,
Thank
right.
you so
Love to
much.
see you.
And we'll see you in, after this, we will see you
Aries.
in Aries.
In Aries, absolutely.